When a person sits still, the body appears to be in a state of complete inactivity. Behind that stillness, 40 trillion individual cells are operating continuously to maintain the body's internal environment. This constant activity is managed by 12 distinct organ systems, a massive infrastructure of interconnected machinery that functions beneath the surface. To understand how these systems collaborate, we can trace the specific biological chain reaction triggered by a single mundane movement. Consider the sequence of events required to pick up an apple and take a single bite. This simple action activates a level of automatic coordination involving nearly every major system in the body. The process begins in the brain, which functions as a control center. It sends a command signal through the nervous system at high speed. This signal reaches the muscular system, activating a network of over 600 individual muscles. These muscles contract and pull against the 206 bones of the skeletal system, providing the mechanical force necessary to lift the arm to the mouth. The conscious decision to eat provides the initial spark, but the physical execution of that reach is the product of this massive, pre-existing structural network. Once the food is chewed and swallowed, the body takes over through entirely automatic processes. Stomach acids break the food down into a liquid state, allowing the small intestine to absorb raw nutrients directly into the system. These nutrients are then routed to the liver, which acts as a chemical processing plant, filtering out toxins and storing excess energy for later use. Digestion is a highly specific extraction process, turning a piece of fruit into the chemical fuel required for survival. For these nutrients to be useful, they cannot stay in the digestive tract. They must be transported to the rest of the body. This requires a second resource: oxygen. With every breath, the lungs pull oxygen into the bloodstream to join the nutrients. The heart provides mechanical force for this delivery. Beating up to 100 times per minute, it acts as a pump, keeping the transport system moving. Blood travels through the body like a highway, carrying nutrients and oxygen to the cells, while hauling waste products to the kidneys for filtration. This circulatory network ensures that every organ remains connected and supplied with the resources needed to function. The ultimate destination for these resources is not an organ, but the individual cell. Nutrients and oxygen are funneled into the mitochondria, the microscopic structures inside each cell. Through a chemical conversion, the mitochondria combine these materials to produce ATP. This is the usable energy that powers everything from thinking to healing. While this energy is produced, the skin and the immune system provide constant defense, protecting these delicate cellular processes from external pathogens. The entire macrostructure of the heart, lungs, and brain exists to facilitate this microscopic production of energy. Every bite of food and every breath of air sets off a sequence that requires the synchronization of all 12 major systems. These systems are strictly interdependent. If a single major organ network fails, the entire biological chain reaction stops. While the body operates these systems automatically, its long-term function depends on the quality of the raw materials it is provided. Maintaining this biological balance requires a consistent supply of nutrients, water, physical movement, and 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This automatic coordination is what allows for human life, provided the body is given the specific environment it needs to function.